Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Faron podcast. Today, we're going to talk a bit more about the red pill. On screen, in case you're not seeing, there are a few faces, few representatives I chose to represent this idea. There's some content creators like Andrew Tate, I think is the most popular one over here. Even though he says he's not red pill, well, he's a pretty conservative guy. In essence, what the red pill is, we'll get to it, but practically what it is being aware, in case you haven't seen The Matrix. The whole idea is, if you're blue pill, you're ignorant, you live in this simulation. If you're red pill, you kind of surpass it. Now, in today's day and age, what the red pill is mostly is, in terms of dating, well, the blue pill guys are, well, you can basically shorten it as to, the blue pill guys are the guys that have no game, the red pill guys are the guys that have game. It's pretty simply put. Or the blue pill guys, they just don't know what to do to get bitches. And the red pill guys, they claim to know what to do. Well, I think there's a lot of truth to it, I gotta admit. As a bartender myself, I have a lot of experience in social situations. And a lot of these content creators, I want to shout out this guy, YBC Too Cold. He does like tier lists and stuff. The stuff he preaches, it is actually, most of it is true. Like, if we're talking simply in terms of how to get women, I'm not sure. I haven't watched the Fresh and Fit podcast that much. I just chose them as people for this. I'm not really familiar with all of the people here, but if you listen to John Zerka here, or FitX Fearless, or this guy, Ashton Adrian, actually quite interesting. Me watching it from a perspective of a guy that kind of knows what to do, and then hearing the people say the stuff to put it into words, because a lot of the guys that have game, they just kind of do it instinctively. It's kind of like women, they manipulate, but they don't really like manipulate consciously. The whole idea of a woman doing shit tests and doing stuff to get your attention, for example, or test out what kind of a man you are, and us thinking that she does it like consciously, like has it planned, like fucking Plankton from SpongeBob planning his huge plan to steal the Krabby Patty recipe. It's not really like that. It's like a little child provoking their parents, like a little 10-year-old daughter, provoking their parents, trying to get their attention. What's amazing with these content creators is they have the game, they know how to get the girls, and they can actually put it into words what you should do. But then you learn that the whole idea of the red pill is that if you were to do these things regardless, you cannot fake it. Let's say, for example, let me put you in an example, right? So you're texting a girl and she doesn't reply for 3 days. For example. Now, what the blue pill guy would do, he would be worried, he would be stressed about it. What the red pill guy would do, he would do nothing. As that's one pretty simple example. Now, there's two ways you can come to that conclusion. The first one is hearing from these people telling you that you should do nothing. And yeah, that's all good. You can kind of fake the game. But the second one is genuinely being the person, being the guy focused on yourself. I think that's what it should genuinely be. And if you are the guy that's really focused on himself and his own mission, then you'll automatically be red pill without even knowing the stuff. I have a lot of friends that they have great game and they don't even know what the red pill, blue pill is. Now, although it sounds like I'm praising and dick riding all this, it's not exactly like that. I have a lot of problems with it. We'll get right into it. There's a lot of pros, a lot of cons. And I think, although I think the red pill overall for men is better, it is pretty good. Like, I think it's a good movement. I think it also has done a lot of damage. And it all depends, you know, it's like a gun. Like, how do you blame a gun for killing someone? The gun didn't kill, it's the person who presses the trigger. So if a guy that can ruin people, like genuinely ruin, like psychologically, emotionally ruin people, finds the red pill, he can become a fucking monster. But if the right person, a guy with a nice heart, like not like this it can even be the stereotypical nice guy that just keeps going, getting thrown away by women, but he has traditional values, he wants a marriage and whatever, and he finds the red pill and he realizes what women are actually attracted to, and then he applies that, he becomes that, but he's still like this genuinely sweethearted person with good intentions in his heart, then I think it's good for that person. Now, I don't want to say that about myself, but I do kind of consider myself as a person that's trying to do his best in this world, trying to be overall kind. You know, it's pretty fucking hard because being kind is kind of impossible. Like, I feel like sometimes I do kind things and they come out doing having bad consequences, and I'm like, fuck, bro. Or whatever. So I think for me, the Red Pill, it genuinely changed my life. Seeing all this content, knowing all this stuff. So overall, it's a good thing. This episode won't be hating on it, but just like to every single coin, there are two sides. So let's get into it. First of all, let's talk about what is the blue pill. I chose a picture to represent this of the Disney princess, in case you're not watching. Now, for us to understand what the extreme of the red pill can be, we first have to talk about what the extreme of the blue pill can be. In internet terms, as you may have heard nowadays, the extreme version of the blue pill guy is the simpy guy. The extreme of the red pill guy is an incel. Well, we're getting to it. So, what are some characteristics of a blue pill guy, of your stereotypical white knight blue pill cuck? So, first of all, I've written here, ignorance is bliss. Or is it? So, what we're talking about here, these guys, they're usually very stubborn, and they're living in ignorance. Like, it's like in the situation of the Matrix, these people are not very conscious people. They just accept the ideas put up on them from the world. They don't really know anything. They can't really think about anything. They're kind of like unconscious, passive creatures that, and you can't blame these people. I think all of us start as a blue pill. You think that you should be this kind of Disney prince and give the girl everything. Well, unfortunately, that's not the case. You shouldn't do that. So, what do the blue pill guys? Putting women on a pedestal. That's one of the biggest mistakes. And, as I mentioned, I'm a bartender, and I see this all the time of the guys, they're kind of buying the girl drinks. You can even see the guy when he's talking to her, is like leaning with his body directly towards her, and the girl is not even leaning towards him. He's just kind of feeding her attention. She doesn't really even fucking care. It's like, unfortunately, you have to not be mad about this with women, because what are they supposed to do? Like, imagine all of these guys that you're not interested in coming up towards you, and like, what do you even want to do, man? Like women, they just don't have it in themselves to tell this guy to fuck off. You know how girls are. Like, they always just want to be nice to people, and honestly, they do enjoy the attention. Yeah, I'm not just trying to say that they're complete victims, right? But you have to kind of understand their position. And here's what the blue pill guy does wrong. So he's putting a woman on a pedestal. Let's say he's in a bar. He goes and buys her a drink. He's being nice to her all night. But the problem is he bores her. Like, there's no spice to this guy. There's no edge. There's nothing exciting. He's just your typical doggy. And, a dog is nice, but it's still a fucking dog, bro. She don't give a fuck. She's just gonna let you buy that drink, give her some attention, and then there's probably not going to be anything serious out of it. But it all depends. Well, as soon as you have the idea of women being above you, it's not going to go well, because you're going to be anxious about talking to them. You're going to be worried. And a huge part of flirting is not trying to prove anything to anyone. It's play. So when a blue pill guy, I honestly think, and I don't want to say blue pill guy, this term has become kind of cringe, honestly, but I don't even say about myself that I'm red pill, but the problem with the blue pill guy, it's not very flirtatious and romantic and seductive when you're always in your own spirit, seeing how the woman sees you, and you're always trying to prove to her, I'm worthy of you. It's like you're trying to get her approval. No, you shouldn't be doing that. It's not going to go right, because those people, it's just something so unseductive about it. It's in our nature. I can't really describe it, honestly. So what I wrote next is nice guy mentality. Disney prince. Yeah, Disney has fucking ruined. Man, a lot of people say this, that a lot of the guys, they think they should just be this Disney prince, but that's not really what women want, to be honest. It never goes right. You should never have this kind of nice guy mentality. Happy wife equals happy life. That's just such a shitty value, honestly. And this is we're talking about the extreme of the blue pill. Now, here's the problem with this. Females, they are people. At the end of the day, they're humans just like us, males. And you don't even have to see them as evil, that they're going to take advantage of people being overly too nice to you. It's just a part of how humans are. Like, when you are a people pleaser, you're too nice to people, they will always kind of take advantage of you. Unfortunately, that's the case. Now, yeah, you can argue that there might be some people that do not do that. The problem is, you won't stumble upon those people when you're just being overly nice to people. Like, the people that see that as a weakness, they will take advantage of that so easily. Another thing for the blue pill is misunderstanding traditional values. Now, here's my problem with this. So the blue pill guy, he's thinking, well, I'm going to have a happy marriage. We're going to be with this girl forever, blah, blah, blah. Sure, that's very traditional, very cool, and I like that. I too am traditional. I want a family. But the problem is, you have to kind of play in the situation you're in. In today's day and age, women, they have rights, and that's just the biggest fucking difference. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but how can you still think that the values where women were basically like just at home cooking and taking care of the children, how can you think that's going to work in today's day and age when women are more independent? In nowadays, and I'm not even like, I understand the hosts. I understand them because you have less reason to even want to be with someone. They have their own money. They can get pregnant with whoever. I mean, like, think about it, man. So another point for the blue pill is rejecting opposing ideas. This is overall very bad to be stubborn in life. Honestly, it's the quickest path to nowhere. If you just always think you're the smartest person in the room, you're a fucking idiot. Like, honestly, you should just... Honestly, you would even do better if you think you're the dumbest person in the room and just listen to everyone. You will never learn anything if you always think you're right and you're always trying to prove to everyone how right you are. No, bro. That's very, very stubborn. Another point I've written is emotionally homeless. So here's the problem with the blue pill guy. Since he's always putting the woman above her, and women, they're very fluid with their emotions, right? The problem is, what the blue pill guy does, he has no home for his emotions. He has no one to really support his emotions. And that is not what a relationship should be, right? It shouldn't just be all about the girl. And we're talking about an extreme, right? So I even wrote here, extremes are simps. That's the guy that he's always trying to please the woman. He's always doing everything for her. The problem is, you just gotta realize, bro, it's impossible to always try and please someone. No one will be happy 24/7. It's just, you just cannot do it. It's almost as if, like, you're always trying to make someone happy, but, like, bro, that's not even what life should be. Like, you should have sad moments. You should be angry now and then. You should just, like, you shouldn't always try to be happy. That's the problem with today's day and age. So since we have talked about the blue pill and me dissing the blue pill, I'll actually talk about my first problem with the red pill. And here's my problem with it. The red pill, it can go very wrong when it's just an ignorant polar reverse of the blue pill. Let me try and visualize this to you. In case you're not watching, I'll describe it. So there's the iceberg chart. You have probably seen the videos of the iceberg, how deep it goes. So let's say the surface level is the blue pill. Those are the guys, they don't really know anything about true nature of people and how they really are and what works and what's not seductive and whatever. So they're kind of on the surface. And the deeper you go, you learn more about the red pill. You know, you learn why the girls in your school, they were always attracted to the arrogant, narcissistic guys. Also has to do with the younger girls being more naive. But it's still, they have some points of competence. And what seems like competence in those guys is just narcissism. But still, they were still attracted to the competence and not just you being nice. It's not what it is. The problem is you imagine there's this iceberg, and the earth is round, right? So imagine the earth is round, the iceberg is one on the north end of the earth. If you go deep enough, what happens then is that you literally just end up in the other point of the earth, and then at the other tip of the iceberg, on the other side of the earth. So now you are at the north, up there is an iceberg, you go deep enough, and then you actually go back to the surface level. So some guys, they can even be red pill so much that they're exactly the same. There's no compromise. And I don't really like that, because you're then, if you're just doing the polar opposite of what the blue pill guys do, that's also not good. You shouldn't just, let me try and show you. So I've written here the blue pill and the red pill. So we have the things I've written, and then let's try and compare them. As what would they look like when they're the exact opposite? And this is what we're dealing with nowadays. This is the toxic masculinity, and it's very bad. It's very bad. So let me explain it to you. Okay, so let's go one by one and compare these extremes. So the extreme of the blue pill is ignorance is bliss, or is it? Now the red pill is truth is a savior, or is it? If you're ignorant enough, what would the polar extreme of it be? The polar extreme would be thinking that you are not ignorant, that you know everything, which literally is being ignorant. The problem here is a lot of guys, they just kind of claim to know the truth. They know everything, bro. I'm not even doing that. I think anything I'm saying in here, it is just philosophy, right? I'm open up to debate. The problem with the red pill is the motherfuckers is so certain that they're right in everything. But truth is, it is just a perspective. There's no such thing as a truth. It doesn't exist. So next up, we have putting women on a pedestal. Now, the extreme of the red pill is viewing women as disposable. Well, it depends. I mean, you can kind of view women as disposable. This is kind of the point I agree maybe most with from the red pill, because at the end of the day, everyone is kind of disposable and we have this opportunistic nature in us. I actually read about this not so long ago in the book called Mastery. Robert Greene writes how we're all opportunists. Back then, in our nature, we would just find a sharp rock and use it as a weapon, as an opportunity that's just kind of stumbled upon the road. So we have this opportunistic nature where you view people as disposable. And honestly, you can argue that they kind of are. But I think that is not what love is about, honestly. I think love is more about the dedication. The problem with the red pill is you're not even looking for love. With the blue pill, you are looking for love, but you will never be loved. You will always be the one loving more. With the red pill, you'll probably never even be in love if you go full on red pill. And that's also not good. So with the blue pill, we have nice guy mentality, Disney prince. But then with the red pill, we have alpha mentality, toxic masculinity. And I also don't like this. I know this one guy that's pretty red pill. He's like this security guy. And it's just something so sad about him because he's always trying to prove to me how much more of a man he is. And I'm like, bro, like, what is your problem? I'm just trying to talk to you. And I can tell that he's always trying to, like, impress me. It's just so gay. I think, like, claiming you're an alpha, like, all the time, having this toxic masculinity, saying, like, I never cry. It's just something so gay about it. I don't know why. Like, trying to prove how much of a man you are. Like, okay, bro, sure, what the fuck? So with the blue pill, we had the misunderstanding traditional values. With the red pill, we have a very cynical individualism. Now, this from a philosophical standpoint, I just don't agree with. I can admit I'm a vulnerable person and I want to have a partner. I want to have people around me. The problem with the red pill is, like, I need no one. I'm the tough guy. I'm bigger than life. I need nobody. I'm an individual. I just need myself. And I'm not a fan of that, honestly. But listen, this is just all perspective. This is all just about how you want to live your life. Yeah, sure, if you are happy this way, but I think that you're just trying to prove something to yourself. You don't really seem happy to me, honestly. So with the blue pill, we had happy wife equals happy life, which is, I hate that shit. And with the red pill, we have happy man equals all that matters. And that's also, it's very empathetic. I don't know if the guys that are just naturally more red pill are not empathetic. They're just selfish. Maybe I used to be that way, honestly. I used to think that me being happy is all that matters. And I've kind of just grown into being more empathetic and being more caring about the people around me. I don't know. So with the blue pill, another point is we had rejecting opposing ideas. Now the polar opposite of that with the red pill is exactly the same. Instead, they mock opposing ideas. They make fun of them. The blue pill guys, they're kind of pussies. They're like, no, you didn't say that. And the red pill guy, he's like kind of like above it. He's above it all. He's just laughing in his face. Fucking blue pill. And you shouldn't really think that, bro. You should be sorry for people that are stupid. But you should be mad at the people that are mocking you. They're fucking bullies. This is some bully behavior, bro. I don't like either of those ends. I'm always trying to be very compromising in life. As we'll learn, there is a middle path. But let's first finish this. So with the blue pill, we have another one was emotionally homeless that I spoke about, that you really have no one that really cares about you. But the problem with the red pill is you're kind of emotionally numb. You're not letting you're kind of like scared of your emotions. This is also a big problem with a lot of young guys. They kind of disallow themselves from falling in love. Now, it obviously has to do with how people arrive at the red pill. They usually get heartbroken, and then they're scared of falling in love again. But, bro, you're just scared. You're trying to prove how much of a man you are by not letting yourself feel emotions, but you're doing that out of fear. So you're not a man, because you're literally doing that out of fear, you fucking pussy. What the fuck? So then you're emotionally numb and you're trying to prove to everyone, oh, I'm such a man. I don't need emotions, but not really, bro. You're just faking all this. So the extreme of the red pill, they're incels. They're just people that like kind of hate women. The simps are people that think that women are everything in life. Honestly, neither of those are right. You should just realize that women are people too. Like, you shouldn't have any hate in your heart. It is just so retarded. It puts you into such a world, because as soon as you realize that your perception of the world literally creates the world you live in, if you just hate every woman around you, your life will be so much more stressful. You should love life. And you have to learn that with time. Yeah, it's so easy to hate everything. It's so easy. To love is hard. So I understand it. I honestly do understand it. I used to have this hateful mindset. But you gotta realize that it just makes everything negative. It literally creates your reality. It's very dangerous. So I propose an idea, and I'm not saying this is the way to go. There are some great red pill ideas, and there are even some points where the blue pill is better, right? But in my honest way of living, I propose a middle ground approach. The purple pill, I called it. Well, I'm pretty sure it has to be some internet idea. I'm not really that into it. So, the thing with the purple pill is, we have all these points, the extremes of the blue pill and the extremes of the red pill. So what I've decided to do is to split them and put the purple pill in between. So what we're going to do is, the blue pill has an idea. Ignorance is bliss. Blue pill guys, ignorant, they never learn. Red pill guys, on the other hand, they always try to learn the tactics, but then they kind of take it as facts. They're very stubborn. So what the purple pill compromise would be for this is, you should seek truth, but enjoy peace. So let me put this into an example. Let's say you're with this girl and you realize the truth. Well, you realize what her nature is, what she has done, that she isn't that much of an angel you've been taught, right? She has her own manipulation tactics. But you realize that, you seek the truth, but still you let yourself enjoy peace. This is what I have actually done recently. This is one girl, and since I am red pill aware, I knew all the tactics, all the manipulations, all the shit tests, everything. But still, I let myself enjoy the peace. I kind of let myself be above it. I viewed her as my no gay shit, no freaky shit, not in like a physical way, but in like a mental way. I kind of viewed it as like my fucking child. And I'm looking at it like from a higher ground, you know. I realize that she's, at the end of the day, she's just she was just thrown into this game of life, just like me, and she's just playing it this way. And I just kind of view her more with a love in my heart. I realize why she does whatever she does, right? And whatever circumstances she was in. And even though I seek the truth, so I realize that I must absolutely not fucking admire her like an angel. I see it as a reality, right? Like, you gotta really see the truth. You like seeing her as a bitch, being mad at her, seeing her as a hoe. Like, there's a big problem with the red pill people. They see through the shit tests, right? So they see through the manipulation tactics. For example, a girl will easily get you into a triangle, try and make you jealous. Now, the blue pill approach is, well, you would get mad, you would get jealous because you're insecure. The red pill approach is, you hate women, so you would just be like, yeah, fuck that bitch, she does that, fuck her. I think the right approach is trying to understand why they do that. Why is it in their nature? And once you see that, you really realize that, oh, they literally just want attention from that one guy. I never understood the point of being jealous of other guys, of like guy friends or whatnot. Because once you realize what position they're in, then you think, why would I be jealous of them? Like, do I want to be in their spot? There are clearly guys that this girl just wants for her attention, for her fun, for her. Well, she likes friends. Like, who doesn't like that, right? Like, I like having friends. The problem is the guys, they want more. They want to have sex with her, right? They want to fuck her. They want to suck on those titties. She's not going to let them. She's going to keep them around as friends. And then how is you going to be jealous at anyone like, bro, how are you jealous at a guy in such a position? Now, I gotta admit, fortunately, I never got cheated on because I've always been very confident. I kind of don't know what it would be like, and maybe it will happen one day. Maybe this is just me manifesting it, and that's the point where I'll lose the hope for the motherfuckers. But the problem is, there's a lot of girls that they just kind of date guys that they really don't want to date, and so this is why you should absolutely be red pill aware to avoid that. But still, you should let yourself enjoy like stuff like falling in love, stuff like doing dumb shit with the girl. You shouldn't just always trying to prove to her how much of a man you are and prove to yourself. Sometimes you should just enjoy watching a stupid sitcom with her and realize, yeah, you see the truth, you see how fucking stupid it is, but you let yourself enjoy it a little and you let go for a bit. I think that's what life is about. You shouldn't always be on this grind, on this constant tension. I really don't like this toxic productivity. So next up, we have the blue pill approach of putting women on the pedestal. The red pill opposing of that is viewing women as disposable. My idea in the middle ground here is mutual respect. That's literally all it is. Like, you shouldn't let yourself get disrespected by a girl. That's what a lot of blue pill guys do. They just let her do whatever. She has them under her thumb. But on the other hand, you shouldn't also be disrespecting the girl as well. Like, as long as the girl respects you, she isn't toying with you, she isn't playing with you, she'll try you, she'll keep trying you. Unfortunately, isn't their nature. But as long as she respects you, then there's no need for you to outright disrespect her. You should respect your woman, but she has to respect you as well. It has to be mutual. I think that there was this one study of this, I think it was a divorce lawyer or someone, and he could tell with some like big accuracy if couples are going to break up just by looking at if they're speaking with respect. He could just tell that if in the relationship either of them spoke and he was just like being disrespectful towards his partner, it didn't matter if it was the woman or the guy, he knew in advance that the couples are going to break up with like a big accuracy. But I'm not sure like how true is that. I just remember hearing that on the podcast. So next up, we have the blue pill guy, nice guy mentality, and the red pill guy, alpha mentality. So my middle ground for this is confident kindness. So what does that mean? The problem with the nice guy mentality is that it kind of comes from a point of insecurity. It comes from a point of having to prove to the woman that you are worthy of her. You're not really doing it out of love, you're more doing it out of despair. Now the opposite of that is the red pill guy. He's very confident. Well, why wouldn't he be? Because he doesn't even care about the bitch. So of course he's going to be confident, he's just going to use her. Boom, boom, easy. I think what you should do, you should genuinely be a kind person and have confident kindness. Like, you should be confident and kind of in a way not care about her, if that makes sense. Like, a woman shouldn't be your number one thing in life as a guy. Like, absolutely shouldn't. You just focus on your mission. But you should still be kind enough to kind of, well, I don't want to say save her, but respect her. I don't know. I don't want to say save her because it's kind of me disregarding that women are capable people. But to be quite honest with you, like, if you look at history and everything that's ever happened on this planet, honestly, I don't mean to be mean, but like literally everything was done by men. We're the active ones. Women are the passive ones. That's just how it's always been. And you should just accept that. Like, you should just accept a woman by your side is honestly mostly there just to be a fucking caretaker. Like, she isn't gonna change much of anything. Like, I hate this fucking feminist bullshit, bro. Saying that men and women are equal. No, they're not, bro. What the fuck? It's like saying water and fire is equal. We're always trying to like disregard nature. Like, why? Water and fire are equal? No, but that doesn't mean that like each of those is worse. They both kind of need each other to exist. They're both very unique in their own ways. It's like these motherfuckers, like they had a sibling when growing up, and they're the type of people that were always trying to compare, do my parents love more me or my brother? And the reality is, you're both different. You cannot even compare yourself. So fucking stop with this bullshit. Stop with this bullshit. So next idea of the blue pill is misunderstanding traditional values. Red pill, very cynical individualism. In my opinion, the purple pill middle ground approach for this would be that you're strong but not alone. Like absolutely, as a man, you should be strong. It is even this in your nature to be more strong than a woman. Women are more emotional. They're less rational. So you should be the strong guy. You should be the one with the firm ideas. But you shouldn't just let yourself be alone. You shouldn't just be scared of people abandoning you, people taking care of you. If you are the strong, worthy leader, people will lead you. Think about that. So next up, we have happy wife equals happy life. For the red pill, we have happy man, all that matters. My conclusion for the purple pill idea for this is both deserve peace. Honestly, you shouldn't just be this selfish asshole. That's not loving. That's not love. Being selfish is not love. On the other hand, I think, in a way, always trying to make the woman happy is selfish in its own way. It doesn't even make sense, right? Because, like, how is that selfish? I'm always thinking of her. Yeah, but in a way, you're always thinking of how to prove yourself to her. So that's kind of selfish in its own way. You shouldn't just be selfish. You should just flirt with the people. Don't try to prove anything to them. It's like a dance. Flirting is a dance. You dance, and if she likes you, she likes you. If not, it's not. Like, true love is not being that attached to the person. There's nothing wrong with admitting, let's say, for example, your partner would have to go away for some fucking distance or whatever. It wouldn't work out between you. Something would happen, but it wouldn't exactly be your fault. It would just be destiny playing their cards, right? It would just be the fate that makes you split up. Now, true love, in my opinion, is really trying to just let it go. And it's all right to feel sadness, but you realize, okay, I want what's best for my partner. I want what's best for me. And not like this over-attached or over-detached mentality. The problem with the blue pill guy, in this scenario, he would be over-attached. He'd be like, no, don't leave me, no. That's so desperate. But the problem with the red pill guy is he would be like, yeah, I don't fucking care about you, bitch. And that's just lying to yourself. The right approach for me is that both deserve peace. So you would just, in this scenario I've given, I don't even know why I gave it, but whatever. In this scenario, you would just be like, well, I'm sad, and you would admit that, but we both deserve what's best for us, right? So next up, blue pill, rejecting opposing ideas, and the red pill idea here is mocking opposing ideas. In my opinion, this can literally just be put as open-mindedness. This is very good for life in general. Don't be stubborn, be open-minded. I'm always open-minded. That's how I learned everything. That's how I learned all of this. Like, you will never learn anything if you are stubborn. Just be open-minded. I think it's even your fucking responsibility. It's something you must be. You must be open-minded. That's a must. All of these, they're kind of opinions, but with the open-mindedness, I am so fucking certain that's something all people should do. And this is one I stick by. So ironically, I'm kind of stubborn on the open-mindedness, which is very funny. So with the blue pill, we have emotionally homeless. With the red pill, emotionally numb. So the compromise between this is work on your emotions. You shouldn't be overly attached to people. You should let things go. If it doesn't work out, just let it go. I was at this house party yesterday. There was this one guy that wanted this one girl, and she wanted another guy. And he got all like depressed. He started drinking a lot. And bro, I was like, man, just let it go. I know, I understand. But he didn't even know her. He hasn't even spoken to her. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? Just let it go. You gotta work on those emotions. Like, a bad approach would be if you just suppressed it. If you just suppress your emotions, that's also not good. So it's fine, feel it out, but you gotta work on it. And I understand, like, if this is his first time feeling such a pain, it can be very bad, but you gotta work on it. You gotta fucking work on yourself, bro. Just read some books. Read some fucking books. So, blue pill, extremes are simps. Red pill, extremes are incels. For the purple pill, I just wrote, be a real man. Now, by real man, I mean not this toxic masculinity bullshit, not trying to prove to everyone how much of a man you are. Be a real man. Have this fucking almost chivalrous approach towards women. Now, you shouldn't have this simpy white knight approach, fantasizing them, idolizing them, but you should be this kind of hero. You should be a hero for all your people around you. That, like, once I have realized how many people in a way see something in me that they look up on, if like not like idolize, but they like it from me. They like see me as kind of a hero in some ways I act. I have this kind of satisfying pressure upon me. It's almost like a pleasure. It's very interesting how the words pressure and pleasure are very close to each other, because that's what it feels like. It feels like a pressure that I should do my best, I should really be a nice person, but then it feels like pleasure, that it actually motivates me to be a genuinely good person. It's very interesting. So, next up, we have hypocritical cycle the red pill causes. So what is that? Now, this is something I really don't like. It's fucking stupid, and we as men have to be the ones to stop this. I'm not claiming to say that women are exactly innocent in this. Sometimes they do engage in some fucking freaky ass stuff, and unfortunately, yeah. But you know, I don't even want to speak about it. And like, unfortunately, the world is stronger than us. But I think the first step for men is just stop watching porn. Fucking, that's just do that. Maybe it's not that hard. So here's the thing with the red pill guy. So the red pill guy, he wants a marriage, but he looks at the world and he's like, fuck these hoes. There are no virgins left. So that's the first step. He realizes that there are no virgins. It's like this kind of Tate approach that he's saying, I want a virgin, but there are no virgins left. Well, first of all, there are virgins. They're just too ugly for you. And second of all, bro, look at this. You're the one causing the cycle. When we look at this. So the second step is, I hate women. He has this hate towards the world. He's like, fuck these women. I want a virgin, but I won't have one. Yeah, maybe just accept the things. That's the part of being a man, that you accept how things are, but you shouldn't just always be trying to fight it. So the next step is you say, I hate women. Next step is you manipulate women. You learn the seduction tactics. You learn what to say to them, and then you fuck them, and then you throw them away. You don't let yourself get attached because you don't want to get hurt. But then you go back to the first step, that you say, oh, there are no virgins left. I fucking hate women. These women are not worthy of marrying. I'll just manipulate them and then throw them away. But then you are the motherfucker that's causing no virgins left. Because fucking think about it. This is like, speak to any girl ever. And if they are like genuinely being real with you, they admit that they are naive. That's just how they are. And when they have like a fucking one night stand or a situationship, and the guy doesn't give a fuck about her, she always wishes that he would. She always has this little demon in her mind thinking, you know, maybe this is the guy that's going to care about me. And then they're stuck in this endless cycle too, because there's a guy that seems competent enough to care about her, so he seduces her, then he manipulates her. She's thinking, okay, maybe this is the one. But he tells her whatever she needs to hear, and then he throws her away. Unfortunately, that's just how it is, and you shouldn't be mad at women about this. Like, you should just kind of, if anything, you should view them as stupid or naive. I don't want to say stupid. No matter how hard girls want to tell you that they're not stupid. I mean, they're not stupid, yeah. Like, definitely, I wouldn't call women stupid. That's just sexist. But in this regard, they are. Like, unfortunately, I was in so many situations where it is so easy. Once you know, it is so easy to just know what to tell the girl. It is so fucking easy, bro. Once you learn this shit, you just know what to tell her, and it will make her feel. It will make her feel. And you know, like, in the back of her mind, she's thinking, maybe this is the one. You know her for one day, and if you know what to tell her, it is so fucking easy, bro. And like, honestly, unfortunately, that's how girls are. They're very naive in terms of guys. But the guys are the ones causing it. If motherfuckers weren't like taking advantage of women, there would be virgins left. So this is just a stupid cycle that the red pill guys they complain about, but they're the ones causing it. So next up, how most people arrive at the red pill. This is a big problem I have with it. So let's think about it this way. How do most people arrive at it? First up, I have written getting heartbroken. It's very popular. This is how I kind of arrived at it. Later on, I learned that I was actually the asshole, and I shouldn't be mad about the girl. She didn't even like cheat on me or anything. Another approach is having high libido. Just want to fuck a lot of hoes, so you learn the game. Next up is desperation. That's the other end, where you have no hoes and you're gooning all day. Next up is manosphere content. This is just like Andrew Tate popping up on your feed. Next up is biological research. This one is very interesting, but you can actually arrive at the red pill if you do biological research and you realize what women are really attracted to. This is a pretty rare occurrence of how you can arrive at it, but I'm pretty sure it happened. And lastly, meeting Morpheus, a guy that teaches you the stuff. That happened to me. I started as a bartender. I met this guy that has like a body count of 40, and I was just like watching his game, what he's doing, how he's talking to the girls and whatever. And then I learned it, and I was like, well, I'm actually not even interested in these hoes. I want a fucking wifey. But I could get them. Honestly, I feel like I've trained, as a bartender, I've trained my game with the girls I didn't care about. I never went to the finish line. And then I met the girl that I actually wanted. I applied the game, and now I got her. It's insane. It's honestly insane. So you don't even have to sleep around to train your game. You can just socialize. So here's the problem with what these paths cost. So let's say you arrive at the red pill by getting heartbroken. The problem is you have a bitter approach. You hate women. You're angry with women. You lump them all in one sec. You know how women, they say, I hate all men. And you as a guy, you just feel like, bro, what do you mean all men? But yeah, the red pill is the same. How are you going to say you hate all women? They're all unique. You just got to realize they have the same nature. So next up, high libido. Now, this is pretty debatable. I'm not a fan of this. And my problem is that you're doing short-term fun over long-term goals. And this is just so not manly in a way, because as soon as you're prioritizing short-term enjoyment over your long-term goals, you should be the guy building a legacy. Then you're not even red pill, right? Like, I don't like this, honestly. But that's all. It all depends, honestly, on how you view sex. I mean, there are some times where you can just have short-term fun. Honestly, it's good to let off the steam now and then. I'm not trying to be all boring and whatever. So next up we have desperation, which leads to fake confidence. When you start with desperation and you just learn the seduction tactics and whatever women are attracted to, yeah, sure, you can learn it, but you're not going to be it. You have to be it. You have to be confident. You cannot fake confidence. It's not a real thing. It doesn't exist. So next up we have manosphere content. Now that just leads to a copycat mindset. There's a big problem with this. A lot of people, they listen to Andrew Tate and they take everything he says as a fact, and then they have this kind of copycat personality. You should be able to think for yourself in life with everything. You shouldn't take every single opinion from someone. No one's like 100% right. It's all just perspective. So everyone is right in their own way. You shouldn't just copy it. You should just do whatever works for you, do whatever works for your mission, whatever you really want to do. So from the biological research, this is a rare W, but it's emotionally lackluster. What I've written here is that you're not really engaged in it. You're just kind of like doing research. So I don't know. I think you have to. It's better to learn this in field, in game, in like socialize. Go in socializing. If you want to have girls, just socialize. That's the easiest thing you can do, and just slowly learn. Slowly learn. You cannot just read all this online. Next up, we have meeting Morpheus. This is also a W, but you must experience it. You must experience the female nature. You must experience the shit tests, the tactics, and whatnot. And I think, in my opinion, it will teach you way more. No matter how much you read about how girls will test you by, like, let's say, not texting you for 3 days, how they will text you by mentioning another guy and trying to make you jealous, whatever. If you don't experience it, you will not be ready for it. Really have to experience this. So next up, I actually have written what the red pill prevents from happening and the cost. Everything good has a bad side to it. Everything that something prevents will also cost you something. Unfortunately, that's how life is. And I think some of these are kind of worth it. But honestly, it depends. It depends. So let's get right into it. So I've written here. So what the red pill prevents and the costs. So what the red pill prevents is heartbreak. If you never get emotionally attached to the girl, you cannot even let your heart be broken. Oh, but ignoring your emotions, I am not a big fan of that. I think love is about letting yourself be at the risk of heartbreak. I think that's what love is. Now, what it costs you is deep love. I don't think this one is worth it, honestly. I would rather, in a way, feel the deep love than to never feel it. Because since I have experienced it in my life, it is such a feeling that I think everyone is so fucking insane. Like, honestly, feeling deep love for someone, it's just not worth it, all the red pill stuff. Like, emotionally turning yourself off, it's just not worth it. Like, feeling that deep love for someone, and not just like being attached to them and being obsessed with them, but just like this genuine, non-conditional love is just, it's something else, man. It's so magical. It's honestly magical. It's what makes life worth it. For me, it's what makes life worth breathing for. And this doesn't even have to be deep love for a person. This can be deep love for anything. Like for philosophy, for me, that like I feel that I love it. So what the red pill then also prevents you from happening is manipulation, but it costs you vulnerability. So I think this one is more worth it in the red pill regard, that yeah, people will not take advantage of you. Girls, they will not manipulate you that much because you will know their games. But if you're just always putting on a mask of a tough guy, you'll avoid being vulnerable. Honestly, I am not a jealous type. I don't really, when girls they try to make me jealous, I don't really feel it in me. But sometimes it's good to admit that if something makes you kind of vulnerable, it's good to admit it, because that's what the connection is supposed to be about. So then, what the red pill saves you from is being used, but it costs you full trust. This is a very borderline thing, because being used, once again, sure, losing, like not having full trust in your partner, I don't know, man. Like, then what's the point of the relationship? It's kind of like a half-assed relationship. It's pretty, I'm not a big fan of this, but it all depends on what you're searching out of life. Well, it prevents you from being ignorant, but it costs you bliss. Sometimes it's good to be ignorant. Just do the stupid stuff in life, laugh about stupid shit, and don't think about how stupid people are. Don't try to be above it all. Sometimes just let yourself enjoy the more simple things in life. That's my advice. It prevents you from, and saves you from, living for a woman, but it costs you building connection. This is what we talk about. The Red Pill guys, that they're this they have this individualistic mindset. I'm not a fan of this, and honestly, I am big on the lover connection, but it's all depends. Like it all depends, honestly. It all depends on how you view it. And the red pill, it saves you from emasculation, but it costs you emotional authenticity. A big problem is a lot of guys, they'll be like, how women emasculate you. But I think we like femininity and masculinity is a scale. It's not black and white. It's more like a spectrum. It's kind of like autism. You're on the spectrum. You're not like, it's not like an on and off switch. It's not really, well, I don't mean to talk about some like gender stuff, but you're not exactly just like a man or a woman. So next up, I want to talk about some red pill ideas that people have of the red pill, but in my opinion, they don't even fit the definition of the red pill, and they have literally false ideas. So what are these? So if we look at the definitions, the blue pill is just women above myself. The red pill is myself above women. That's the right approach to have, because you're the active guy, you're the leader, right? Your fucking boss in work shouldn't exactly prioritize you above himself, but he should respect you. Absolutely. First of all, we have fear of losing. Fear, I don't think you should just hate women out of fear. You should not detach yourself from genuine emotional connection out of fear. You should keep the hierarchy right, and it will work. You shouldn't just, out of fear of losing, not get attached to anyone. That, to me, is not pretty red pill, because you're not even prioritizing yourself above women. You should be prioritizing your own happiness. Next up, we have working out to look good. It's another example. It seems pretty red pill working out, but if you work out to look good, who do you do it for? You do it for women. And that's another example of women above myself. That's not a red pill thing to do. You should do it for yourself. You should do it for your own fulfillment. I'm not a big fan of working out because it isn't that fun for me. But for example, my cousin, he's a boxer. He goes boxing. He loves it. Like, he loves the competition, how he thinks about it. When he's in the state, he actually is a big fan of psychology as well. So he studies human psyche. And then he tells me, like, he's sparring with this opponent, he's kind of like getting in his head, he's thinking about it. He's so fulfilled, he's so driven. It's so amazing. And he doesn't do it for anyone else but himself. That is, to me, it's amazing. That's what it should be like. Next up, I have sleeping around. Now, once again, this is women above yourself. Think of all the energy you're putting into these women. For me personally, I think you should just have your one woman, just have her as like a partner, as like a fucking partner in crime, partner in life, in this thing we call life. We've been thrown in. You're just kind of like this lost twin. And that to me, that is a partner. It's amazing. Not just sleeping around with all these hoes. Then you're prioritizing the short-term fun, the fucking sexual desires, and it's literally putting women above yourself, because think of all the stuff you're doing for them. You're learning on this, you're seducing them, and like that's still putting women above yourself. Hating these hoes equals caring about these hoes. Think about the guys, they talk about these hoes, they're saying, this fucking bitch did that, blah, blah, blah. They hate them. It always fascinates me how, like, for example, as a YouTuber talking about hate comments, right? And he's like, I so don't care about these haters. Bro, if you wouldn't care, you wouldn't even talk about them. You clearly do. You clearly do care. Fucking stupid retard. Last up, seeking validation. Once again, you're not doing this for yourself. You're doing this for other people above yourself. So, like, in my opinion, the red pill in general should just be yourself and your own fulfillment. So, lastly, I just want to say, chase fulfillment, not women. And that's what it should be. So, if you have anything to say, write it down. No matter what it is, I'm open to debate. I hope I explained it as well as I could. It's a huge topic. I can talk about this for hours, and it's kind of an endless debate. At the end of the day, choose your own approach, whatever fits you well, whatever fits your own mission. This fits my mission. Your mission may be the same as mine, but it probably doesn't even have to be. Your mission can be completely different. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Follow my podcast. There will be more episodes like this, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to give you more knowledge by letting yourself think. You should be the one thinking about this. I'm not forcing any ideas upon you. This is why I think I'm fucking way better at philosophy than 99% of people, because I'm letting you think. I'm letting you decide what's best for your life. I want the best for you. I'm genuinely doing this out of love and out of passion. So if you're on the same wave, sub to my channel and leave a like down below. Thank you for that. And see you next time.